Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we chronicle the misadventures of the greatest animation studio in the history of television animation, unless you count 5 or 6 other ones. This is Filmation Spotlight, and today we are going to be looking at the apparently forgotten Filmation series, Journey to the Center of the Earth. And I can tell you, if you love Jules Verne, this is not the series for you, like, at all. It is.
No.
Oh, good lord. Good lord.
I have a few problems with this cartoon.
Well, I'm going to say right ahead. I'm just going to say right ahead. I don't hate it, but the more and more I think about it, the more and more problematic it gets. And I'm going to let you have your bit, so go ahead and say your bit right
I
now.
reject the basic concept of this idea. And I'll tell you why. Because they go into this cave, the bad guy blows it up, and their logic to get out of there is to run the opposite direction to the center of a place they've never been before, because they assume that's how they'll find how to get out.
Well, yeah, they're following
Maybe
the
just
dude's
keep
uncle
digging at the rocks rather than. I'm just saying, right?
Like, yeah, I never understood the bad guy's motivations.
Like, I don't understand the whole conceit of this thing.
Yeah, because it's just, what are they after? Is it a city of gold? Where did the city of gold
I think the bad guys are, but
yeah,
the good guys just want to find out how to get home.
Yeah, they're looking for the uncle, for the AS, the Adult Swim guy. Because I'm sorry, as soon as I saw the AS on the wall, I automatically thought, oh,
Good
Adult
channel.
Swim, cool.
Yeah, good channel. Good
Maybe they can redub it like they did with C Lab 2021, and just make it hilarious.
But the dude leaving the signs, man, has he got some good chisel work going on here?
Because those are immaculate letters.
Oh, like his font work is excellent.
Absolutely, absolutely. So anyway, this is a adaptation of Jules Verne's Journey to the Center of the Earth, and it involves okay, so there's really no way of getting around saying this, so we're just going to say it. There's a character in this TV series that has apparently been scrubbed from the internet. Because I was like, I don't even remember what this guy's name is, because he's a huge part of the series. You cannot find his name. You can't find who voiced him. It's like the internet is pretending like this person did not exist, but this person does exist.
All 17 episodes of the show, he exists.
He exists. And what did you say? How did you put it? I'm going to let you say it.
Yeah, put it this way. I think he was certainly, if you look at this, right, this is a show set in the 60s, and this guy's in his mid-40s. 20 years prior to the mid-60s, we had World War II. Now, this gentleman comes from, I would say, Eastern Europe, a little bit of Northern Eastern Europe, has 6'4", blonde hair, blue eyes.
Very strong Aryan features,
German.
yes.
He's German, and he was very well dressed in that period, I guess. Right? So I'm convinced that's who he was, because now he's a guide. So here's my belief that this character who plays a guide in the series escaped to Argentina, came up with a really bad name, somehow became friends with a duck, but we'll get into that. And then, is now pretending like nothing happened. He's your friend and guide. But I'm telling you, he knew how to operate things, put it that way.
Yeah, and I think everyone knows. But they're just not in a place to say anything about it. You know, every now and again he says something about, yes, whenever I was young, I was in a boys' club. It was a youth club. We did a group activities, litter removal, and everybody's just around the campfire going, oh my God, he's going to kill us. So he's got a name. I just don't remember what it is. You can't find who voiced him.
Basically. He's the guide.
Basically the logo here. Do you see how there's 4 characters in that logo and a dot? That's that stupid duck. Yeah, the big one is the missing character. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I think everybody's like, oh my gosh, Yahtzee.
What's even weirder is the duck is way meaner than the guy.
Oh my gosh, the duck sucks.
Like,
Why do they trust this duck so much?
In this period, we all know you had to have an animal mascot as part of your team, and you're in the animated world. It's a must-have. But nobody said that you had to make an a-hole duck.
Well, I mean, Donald Duck was kind of an a-hole duck, and he was popular.
But he had charisma, and he had logic, and you could understand what he was saying. Most of the time, Donald Duck had a point. This duck ain't got no point. This duck has issues.
Okay, like I said, I don't understand why they trust this duck over everybody else. I mean, you have a literal grad student, you have a literal professor, you have a literal master race type of fella, and then you have girl, because every team has to have a girl. You've got to have girl. Yeah, you could come up to a fork in the road, and the professor could say, let's see, the topography of the surface level says that down there we will find water and shelter, and that way, judging by the sulfuric fumes, will lead us to a volcano. And then the duck goes, the duck says we should go that way towards the fumes. And everybody goes, yes, trust the duck. And they all follow the duck. And then they die. I think that was episode 18, but it was too dark to air. God, this...
Can we, just before you go on to, I want to talk about the three main people who are in this, even though we can't find number 4. There's still some interesting names.
I'm wondering if number 4 wasn't, like you said, a former Argentinian.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's talk about our voice talent, because this was kind of a surprise, and we literally just found this out.
The big one, actually, we'll go in reverse order. We'll start with the girl who you shockingly... No, it's the voiceover actress Jane Webb. Now, you would also known her from playing Barbara Gordon, Batgirl, and Catwoman in the Batman Superman Hour. She appeared in the Fantastic Four series. The Archie Show, playing Betty Cooper, Veronica Lodge, Miss Grundy, Big Ethel. This was...
And Sabrina. And
Sabrina. She was in all those shows. Well, she even did voices in shows like the Brady Kids. You poor darling. I must admit, I did watch the Variety Hour when I was a kid. But even she did a live action role doing a announcer in General Hospital. So she had a long career in Hollywood, and certainly a big part of that career was doing some of the most familiar big name voices, especially in the Archie world and Filmation world. Really cool.
Yes. Now this next fella who voiced...
Yeah, I have to leave that to you, because I don't know.
Because I said, oh, this was this guy. And you're like, oh, no, who that is? Who is that?
Who is that?
It's American. The voice of Alec was actually Pat Harrington. And you may hear the name. You may think, that sounds familiar. Who is that? Folks, it's Schneider from One Day at a Time from the 1980s, the handyman that everybody loved. So, yeah, Schneider was on this show. But the big surprise is who the professor is.
Yes. Drop it, Jace. Drop it, because we both love this guy.
Ted Knight.
The great Ted Knight.
The legendary Ted Knight was the voice on this forgettable Filmation series.
What's with the hat? You get a free bowl of soup in his hat.
Apparently, though, he was quite the voice actor as well, because I'm taking a look at his biography here. In addition to the Mary Tyler Moore Show and, of course, the Ted Knight Show, he was the voice of Aquaman. He was on the Batman show. He was on Super Friends. So he did all these superhero stuff. He was in Scooby-Doo Meets Batman, which was a pretty recent movie, I thought. And lots and lots and lots of Filmation series. Oh, he was in The Ghostbusters.
Yes.
Yeah, so he was in It's a Trap, the Family Guy episode. So yeah, the dude got around, and that was So this is a stacked voice cast.
It's an amazing voice cast, you know what I mean? And certainly all very early on in the Filmation reign, though, too, because this is late 60s. And it's really the 70s is the decade that Filmation owns, really, isn't it? The 70s and most of the 80s is when they're most powerful, I think.
Yeah, I think the 80s was where they peaked, but because of a certain show that we both enjoy very much.
Yeah, very much. A little bit biased towards. Great voice. They had the formula but they didn't have the formula. I felt watching the
Well-
couple episodes I watched, I just felt it was close to doing that atypical kind of, but yeah, it was missing something.
In every episode, it seems like it opens up with a prologue of the bad guys plotting.
Yeah.
My cat
Battle
is destroying my room. Sorry.
Yeah, he's destroying his house.
In every episode, it starts out with the bad guys plotting something, like it's an episode of Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and then you don't see the bad guys again for almost the entire episode.
Yeah.
And then something happens completely unrelated, and the main group has to split up. Like one person gets separated from the others, or they get split up into two groups, and then they spend most of the episode trying to get back together with each other, and then they come across a monster.
Yeah.
And, okay, first of all, the yellow man beast, adorable. I want 8 of them. I want 8 of them. I wanted him to join them. Please join them. They really need some personality.
It took him too darn long to pull that stick out of his shoulder.
It really did.
Because I felt the pain.
That was something else I noticed about this show, is that this show is swimming in tell, don't show. And I know it's because of the limited animation budget, but every time it was, look down there, he's running from the giant. He's leaping over the wall. The giant just crashed through the wall to get him. And the whole time I'm like, can you show us, please? We'd show you, but we can't afford it.
Yeah, we don't have that kind of budget.
Al Sutherland bought a new car. He's got to cut some corners.
Yeah, it was very much tell and not show. Yeah, very simplistic. They just didn't have it right. The fact that this got even 17 episodes is a bit of a shock, honestly, because the whole conceit's just dumb, though. Like I said, the idea of, I still don't know, they're trying to find the guy that's going to help them get out.
They're trying to find Adult Swim. That's it.
So, but if Adult Swim knew how to get out of there, he would have gotten out of there already.
Yeah, but come on, that's like the one thing from the book that they actually put in the cartoon was the markings, like go this way, go down this tunnel. I mean, at least they adapted something correctly. Yeah. Overall, it was just basic. That's it. It was just a basic. They didn't try, and the personalities of these characters were non-existent. The only one who had any kind of personality was the Aryan fellow, who may or may not be wanted by the World Court, as all I'm saying. But his personality was mostly just like screaming and annoying. Yeah. And bad accent. And oh my gosh, the bad guys. The bad guys, their accents were so bad, I couldn't even understand them. I don't know, but it was we must follow them down this way, because if we don't follow them down this way, we'll never find the gold. Yes, master, we must follow this way. I don't know.
I was jumping between South American to Eastern European.
I thought there was Transylvanian, Romulan, a little bit of Sea Slug. I don't know what they were.
Sokovia at one point. I was trying to figure out where they were coming from. So, but but you know, a lot of time we've been talking about Filmation Spotlight here at the moment. We're still in the very early realms of them forming what they will become.
Yes.
And, you know, as much a stick that we've been given in recent shows on this show, Jason, I want to really solidify the point that they do get really good at points, Filmation.
They do. And now, I still say that they are a solid studio. It's just,
every
now and again, a solid studio lays a big turd, and this is a big turd. Yes.
And that's it. And it has nothing to do with budget more so. There was just nothing in this. There was no. Like, you can get away with limited animation if you've got a good concept, and this just didn't have a really good concept. And, you know, but we are slowly heading towards stuff in the Filmation world where it's almost game-changing in the industry.
Yes, it is.
Because they are able, like Hanna-Barbera, who generally was, I think, the only studio that really was able to make a very good profit from animated television cartoons. These guys take it up a notch. And, you know, they do some really smart business deals in the 70s.
They do. Kind of brings us up to this next bit, because they our next installment is another property that they licensed from somebody, and it's a superhero property. unfortunately, that superhero is Aquaman. And this is before Jason Momoa made him cool. This is. It looks like the Aryan dude just got wet. To be honest, I am under the sea now. I like the whitefish. Look at all the whitefish.
If I remember this version of Aquaman, this was the beginning of why people hated Aquaman.
Yeah.
For a long time. Thank God for Jason Momoa, mind you. He made Aquaman cool through that little brief time.
And Peter David. Peter David made Aquaman cool. He had to cut off body parts to do it, but he did. Rest well, Peter David. You were amazing.
Yeah. What animated movie was that?
That was a comic book run.
Oh, sorry. You're talking about a comic book run.
All right, I'm a bit of a hipster. You know, Aquaman was in comics before he was on the television.
Really? I didn't.
Yes,
think so.
He was.
No, I was thinking more. More the animated movies, because there's a couple of really cool versions of Aquaman they did in the DC animated. I'm trying to remember. Where he still kind of looks like, OG Aquaman, but he's a bit more of a badass.
My absolute favorite version of Aquaman was from Batman the Brave and the Bold, where he was voiced by John DiMaggio, the voice of Bender and Jake the Dog. And basically, they made him a gigantic goober, but he was so funny. Outrageous!
One day we're going to dive deep into that show. That's one.
We got to.
Anyway,
they're finally getting the Batman 2 out, so maybe we can do a Batman retrospective.
Oh, damn. Ooh, dear. Okay. Yeah, you got me thinking there. Let's refocus. That was great. I can't wait to keep talking about. Yeah, so we've been watching some dirt, but I think there's some gold underneath this dirt, and I know there is.
Yeah, in conclusion, Journey to the Center of the Earth, I absolutely cannot wait to never watch this show again.
I've already forgotten about it, to be honest.
I honestly have too. I just remember the cute little yellow caveman werewolf dude. Just like that's like an early concept of Chewbacca. You think George Lucas watched this show as a kid and was like, I'm going to make a movie with one of those one day?
Probably. No, I actually love the root story of Chewbacca. I just love that root story.
Oh, me too. Me too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just this giant dog in the front seat. It's not perfect. Yeah. Either way, that's a movie we'll have to talk about one day.
Well, we have time.
All right. We have time. Anyway. Let's go. Let's get out.
Oh, my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, if you liked this for some reason, please check our video description below and become a Patreon of this channel for as little as $5 a month. You can support this idiocy where we look at old cartoons that no one should be looking at anymore and say, look, it's an old cartoon that nobody should be watching anymore.
Yes, that's concept. Yes, come join us, watch something that we say, do not watch.
Well, now I'm just going to watch it harder. Oh, my gosh, that man makes me want to play Yahtzee.
That's it.
It just seems like to me he shouldn't have had a duck. He should have had a goose.
I feel like the way he steps. Designer clothes. Oh, I was going to go with the designer clothes.
Yeah, well,
everyone looks good in a Hugo Boss suit. Anyway,
drives a Volkswagen, enjoys Fanta, if you know what I mean.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, innuendo overload. Let's get out.